In this lecture, we will see about the standard K omega model. So this model was proposed by Wilcox in the year 1988 from a paper AIAA, and subsequently you can find other papers in 1993 and 1994 which will give you about the improved versions. Here we will be using turbulent frequency omega, which is given by epsilon by k, that is dissipation of turbulent kinetic energy by turbulent kinetic energy for the length scale. The dimension of omega is 1 by second, or we can say in terms of frequency it is hertz. Here the length scale small l is given by root of k divided by omega, and the eddy viscosity nu t is given by k by omega. The Reynolds stresses are computed using tau ij equals minus rho ui dash uj dash, which is equal to 2 mu t sij minus 2 by 3 rho k delta ij. The model equations are dou rho k by dou t plus divergence of rho k u equals divergence of mu plus mu t by sigma k gradient of k plus protection term, then you have the dissipation term. Here this protection term is given by 2 mu t sij minus 2 by 3 rho k dou u I by dou xj sij. This is the rate of production of turbulent kinetic energy. Then we have the transport equation for turbulent frequency, that is dou rho omega by dou t plus divergence of rho omega u equal to divergence of mu plus mu t by sigma omega gradient of omega plus gamma 1 2 rho sij minus 2 by 3 rho omega dou u I by dou xj delta ij minus beta 1 rho omega square. So here we will find different constants. So sigma k will be one constant here, then we find sigma omega, this is another constant here, then we have this gamma 1, that will be one constant, and then we find this beta 1, this will be one constant, and then we have this beta star, this will be one constant. So the model constants are sigma k equals 2, sigma omega equals 2, this gamma 1 equals 0.553, beta 1 equals 0.075, beta star is 0.09. We should note that the integration to the wall does not require any wall damping functions in the low Reynolds number flows. The turbulent kinetic energy at wall is 0, which can result in omega towards infinity at the wall so which is not possible. So what we can do is we can specify a very large value of omega at the wall. Regarding this, Wilcox in the year 1988, he proposed a hyperbolic variation which is given by omega p equals 6 nu by beta 1 yp square. This is at near wall grid point, and with experience people found that the results do not depend too much on the treatment which is shown here in this slide. So we have seen about the boundary conditions for other models. So here we need boundary conditions for the k and omega. So in inlet we have to give the distribution of k and omega. If it is an outlet, we can specify dou k by dou n equals 0 and dou omega by dou n equals 0. If it is a free stream, we can specify k is 0, which can result in omega equals 0. This can be a problematic condition. This is given by mu t is rho k by omega. If omega tends to 0, this mu t goes to infinity. When this viscosity goes to infinity, that is the turbulent viscosity, it will not be a physically possible problem. So to overcome this problem, we need to specify a small non-zero value in the boundary condition, that is as an initial condition. We also should note that Mentor in his paper 1992 mentioned that these results are dependent on the assumed value for the free stream of omega. So your solution will be entirely dependent on the values which you assume, because since you want to not give a zero value, you might come up with a small non-zero value, and it depends upon that. So if you try to overcome in that way, this can be a serious problem for external aerodynamics and aerospace applications, because in most of the aviation applications we will be using free stream boundary condition as a matter of routine. So we need to supply values for the free stream, and since we are giving a assumed non-zero value, that can influence our results drastically. So one needs to take care when using k omega model for aerospace or aeronautical based flows.